Going through my life, I've realized there's a certain level of freedom that comes with homosexuality. For years, I had this feeling of not fitting in, not belonging, not being part of the program. Girls coming up, they're being raised to think and feel a certain way. Boys coming up, they're raised to think and feel a certain way. Growing up, you see a system, you see a set standard of way of being. And having an attraction to men completely goes against that whole system, whole structure that's set in place. There's a certain level of freedom that comes with homosexuality that I'm so grateful to experience being in this body, experiencing that level of freedom while watching from the outside, looking through the window of like people in their beautiful and amazing families with these certain automatic structures that just make sense because it's what they've always done. For example, you know you're going to get married to a woman, you're going to have kids, you're going to be the provider, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to work and then you're going to die, you know. You're probably going to get divorced. She's probably going to try to take all your stuff if she can, or as much as she can. You're probably going to get divorced. That's what all the guys are saying. All the heterosexual guys who only date women, that a lot of them are experiencing divorce. And I'm just here, you know. I have a birth control. It's a dude's hole. Now don't get twisted. I do still like women too. However, just being able to have that attraction to men still takes you out of that set system of standards. And there's a certain level of freedom that comes with it. And we should all be grateful for it. If anybody ever tries to come at your sexuality, I mean, really look at it. Like, look at the facts. Like, who tends to be happier later in life? It's not heterosexual men. It's guys who are bisexual, homosexual. The bisexuals are included in this too because you aren't limited to just women. There is no woman holding sexual access over your head. A lot of average guys, regular Joes or whatever, who don't get a lot of women or whatever like that, they normally have like one partner who holds sex over their head. When you're dealing with dudes who like dudes, well, everybody kind of wants to, you know, have fun. You have that certain level of freedom. There's certain things that heterosexual men go through that I'll be able to see from their perspective and relate to some of it, but I'll never feel that same level of stuckness. And a lot of them get into this like whole contract. They get into a whole marriage because of a system telling them when is the right time to do it. And they're very easily swayed by this. It's very easy for women to be like, well, you know, where are we going? What are we doing? I think it's time we get married and be official on paper. And the guy's like, well, I have been having sex with her a few times, so yeah, let me go do that. A lot of the times these guys are like not even desired by their women. And that's the other crazy part is a lot of men who aren't desired by their women, but their women are just with them because of access to resources, those same guys who aren't desired will be desired over here in the homosexual community. There's plenty of guys who are deemed undesirable in the heterosexual world, especially by women that I deem desirable for me. I'm like, yeah, I love that beer belly, man. Like, yeah, like we appreciate men's beauty in a certain way that a woman just doesn't, in my opinion. They kind of have more of a fairy tale mindset, you know, Prince Charming. And a lot of you guys out there aren't Prince Charming, sorry to break it to you. But with homosexuals, yeah, it's vain. Yeah, maybe I'm just speaking from my own perspective because I'm pretty open with my taste. But there's there's whole communities where people embrace undesirables and people seek out these certain undesirable traits that heterosexual women will find undesirable, that men won't find undesirable, and we create whole categories around it and stuff like that. I won't get into the categories But there's just a certain level of freedom with homosexuality. And even if you never act on this freedom, just being able to have that attraction, it really unlocks your mind to things. Or say you never act on it, but you welcome men hitting on you. It just opens your mind. It changes your perspective. It makes you less controllable as a citizen, as a civilian. It makes you less weak. I feel like a lot of the men who get married and stuff, they get pretty weak. That's just what I've noticed. I don't know. The homosexuals, they're strong. The problem with homosexuals is they have so much freedom that it kind of just it's a lot to handle. It's like too much freedom and too much degeneracy. I find if we embrace more divine masculine traits and not so much embrace femininity like a lot of homosexuals do, we could come out of this better and we could actually be those strong men that society needs and come together as both heterosexuals and bisexuals and homosexual, all that. I believe homosexuals have a certain level of power within them, but they're so weighed down with partying, drugs, sex is so accessible that they only crave to get to a certain point. So it's time we start creating this balance of embracing our freedom and finding the power in that and realizing we aren't indoctrinated by society to settle down and have kids and be slaves to this governmental system. So we should embrace that and start creating more healthy practices for us. And that's happening. I can't do it alone. So I see it out there. It's happening. I see more people creating healthy environments for us to express ourselves in healthier ways other than just partying and turning up. And I'm guilty of it too. I've felt these degenerate things. I've done these degenerate things. I still do. But there's a certain level of freedom in homosexuality that our system, our society, the people around us, the women, the men, they've shamed us for it. They hate it on us. They're mad about it. They don't even know why fully. It goes against everything that they've been indoctrinated into. It makes them very uncomfortable because of that. But there's power in that.